Well, we're heading into a bright new future with Nintendo. I was going to do a review of Astral Chain this week, but I'm not quite done with it yet. Gonna need a little more time with it. Look forward to it next week. But as I go through the Nintendo Direct, I've noticed something. As Nintendo fans, we're in a golden age. Nintendo has been releasing a steady stream of games throughout the months since the Switch has been out. And we're just getting started too. We got Link's Awakening coming out soon and Luigi's Mansion 3. I can't wait to see what Nintendo's got in store for 2020 and beyond. Let's start with Smash. I am happy to see that Nintendo isn't pulling support for the game after a year, unlike Splatoon where they could have kept that going for years to come, yet they've stopped supporting. Really odd. That reminds me I need to get around to playing the Octo expansion. So we now have 3 characters not counting Piranha Plant, and they all represent a different series, so it seems that what Smash is going for is representation of iconic series. Terry from SNK is not one I would have picked, but I guess it makes sense. Which reminds me, maybe one Fighter's Pass can be all fighting game characters like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, Heihachi or Kazuya from Tekken, somebody from Soul Calibur. Who is the iconic Soul Calibur character? Kilik, Siegfried, Exania, Virtual Fighter or Killer Instinct, maybe? I mean, they're on good terms with Rare, so that's a possibility. I'm guessing future DLC will keep going with this. Like Crash Bandicoot, Dante from Devil May Cry, somebody from Resident Evil, be it Chris, Jill, or Leon. One of those 3. Hell, what if they even got Master Chief to be in the game? That would break the internet. The possibilities for Smash are endless. I want the game's roster to reach 100 characters. That's what I think Nintendo should strive for. I'll be doing an update video on Smash when the last of Season 1 comes out. Which reminds me, I need to do that for Street Fighter V. Speaking of which, I've been debating on what fighting game series I want to cover next. It's between Soul Calibur and Tekken. I thought about Marvel vs. Capcom, but getting my hands on all those games is kinda difficult. Holding out hope for a Marvel vs. Capcom collection like they did for Street Fighter. But let's talk about one other thing. The NES and SNES apps. Finally adding SNES to the Switch Online service. About damn time. Shouldn't have taken a year. But it's about time I get to play SNES games on the go. They finally got rid of that stupid control prompt at the bottom of the screen. That's a good thing. But I'm assuming the next app will be Game Boy games. But don't make us wait a year to get Game Boy games. Just release them in 6 months from now. And then, a year from now, put on N64 games. As for other systems after that, I could see them maybe doing Game Boy Advance, but what about GameCube, Wii, or DS or 3DS? How are you going to implement the touchscreen controls for DS games? Although the Mega Man Zero and ZX collection seems to be having a way around that. GameCube and Wii games, well, what I've noticed, Nintendo seems largely determined to just remaking or remastering them, as evidenced by Xenoblade Chronicles. That's true of most of the games from the GameCube, Xbox, PS2 era. They just remastered them into HD because that's more money. Greedy bastards! Now where's my Super Mario Galaxy HD and Zelda HD ports, Nintendo? Although I will admit that I am a fan of the SNES launch games. You get A Link to the Past, Mario World, Star Fox. Oh, speaking of which, how's that for a segue? So with news of Tokyo Sessions, we're getting more Wii U ports. That leaves us with only a few games left to go. Wonderful 101, Super Mario 3D World, Xenoblade Chronicles X, and Pikmin 3. I mean, I'm assuming we're getting a Pikmin 4 at some point. I've never beaten the original game. Maybe I should try that sometime. Oh, and what about Star Fox Zero? What's the fate of that game? Like I said in one of the Let's Play videos, they should have waited until Switch to do a new Star Fox game, and didn't have tacked-on motion controls. Probably would have done a lot better. Maybe they'll give us a proper Paper Mario game. I assume a new Mario and Luigi game is inevitable. Which reminds me, the 3DS has the entire Mario and Luigi library of games, except for Partners in Time. Like Nintendo acknowledges that game as the odd middle child that you don't talk about very often. I'm getting off topic. But what the point is, we're heading towards exciting times. Nintendo's never had this much third-party support for a system since probably the NES. That reminds me, Warner Brothers, where is my Batman Arkham Collection for Switch? You only did it for PS4 and Xbox One. I would have bought it for Switch. Listen to me. I'm port begging. But I think things can be better. Keep supporting your games, Nintendo. Don't throw them to the wayside after a year of support. I'm assuming Mario Maker 2 updates are inevitable, but I gotta get back to playing Astral Chain. So look forward to that video next week. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please hit that bell, like, and subscribe button. See ya! One step forward, one step backward, Nintendo.